Hello, my name is Brian Spence, and I am a Senior Program Manager in Global Emerging Talent and Inclusion Recruiting at LinkedIn. And I'm also a proud graduate of Elizabeth City State University, HBCU Pride. Today, I will be sharing some quick tips and information about LinkedIn and how you can utilize it in your academic and professional career to grow. Go to the next slide here. In this quick mini session, I will give you a brief introduction into what LinkedIn is, give you some things to think about as it relates to your personal and/or professional brand, and tell you about how to utilize LinkedIn to build your professional network. I am so excited because this is actually how I landed my first job in tech at Microsoft and how I secured my role here at LinkedIn. So let's get started. I laugh at this slide every time I see it because it makes comparing social media networks so practical. Yes, LinkedIn is a social media network. However, if we were to use donuts to describe the differences, this is how we would differentiate the potential uses of each network. We would use Facebook to make a post stating that we like donuts. We would use Snapchat to record a quick video of us eating a donut. We would use Instagram to show a cool photo of our donut or record a reel, right? And Pinterest to share a recipe of how to make that good donut. We would listen to a song or podcast called Donuts on Spotify and use WhatsApp to ask anyone if they want a donut. Now, what about LinkedIn, right? The differentiators of LinkedIn is the professional mindset. You would use LinkedIn to share that you hope to operate a donut franchise one day, state that you are looking for a job, internship, or career at a donut company, list your experience and skills in donut production, or get 3 recommendations from former donut colleagues. I am often asked, what is the difference between LinkedIn and, let's say, enter any other social media network? And I like to think about it this way. The others are the primary purpose is really just to showcase your personal life, who you hang out with, who you what you're doing on the weekends, etc. Whereas LinkedIn shows who you are as a professional, who you want to be professionally, and your professional brand, like who you are in a working environment, such as a school or an internship or a job. Now, it's not just about being on LinkedIn, it's about using it strategically to connect to opportunity. With over 3 new members every second, we are talking about 850 million members, 59 million companies, 128,000 schools, and 39,000 skills. So this is obviously why it's important for you to be active and to have an updated profile on the platform to help you reach your professional goals. Now let's quickly go over some key terms that we will use today. The workforce is defined as people who are currently working or available for work in a specific region. Connections are contacts on LinkedIn, and you can add connections by sending and accepting invitations on the platform to increase your network of people. So that brings us to the third term, network. A network in this particular case is defined as a connected community of people. Networking is an activity to strengthen relationships with others and can lead to professional opportunities, including job offers, just like I shared about myself earlier. Lastly, a referral is when a job seeker is recommended for a career opportunity by someone in their network. Now let's quickly chat about what defining your professional brand is. This was a good exercise for me because I don't like to talk about myself too much. However, I want you to take a second to ask yourself, what makes a good brand? What is your brand's identity, and how you show others that you're the right choice? Okay, I'm waiting here. All right, and we are moving on. Hopefully you thought about that because here's what a brand is. A brand is a company's promise to its customers that sets the expectation for what the customer will get from their product or service. It also shows how that product or service is unique from its competitors or better for its potential and current customers. Take another second to think about branding differences. If we were to use the examples of the 2 sneakers above, or the 2 sneaker brands above, how would you decide which one you like more? How are they different? What expectations do you have about each? Did it come from that brand's promise to its customers? Well, I can't answer that previous question for you or any of those questions, but I can tell you that you have a brand. Your brand is the promise to those around you. It tells people what they can expect from working with you and around you and shows people how you are unique from others. You can shape that brand by the way you present yourself to others on social media and in real life. Your brand includes who you are now. This may reference your skills, your network, or your intellect and expertise. You can also show that you're the right choice by your values and your goals. If you take a look at this slide, it tells you about what is different in each. Also, you can show that you are the right choice by making a strong LinkedIn profile, so your profile shows up in a Google or Bing search first. By staying active on social media to build your online presence and by being cautious about what you post, it's also very, very important, as it can harm your professional and personal brand. Also, connect with the people you know and watch your network grow. You can do this by connecting with friends, classmates, coworkers, professors, mentors, and influencers. Whether you met in a class or at a student event, the peers you interact with in college are perfect candidates for growing your network. You never know where they'll end up. Growing your network opens up opportunities and shows employers that you've made an effort. A quick networking strategy tip is to prioritize super connectors. It's not just about who you know, but who your connections know matter too. That's why you should connect on LinkedIn with peers with the largest networks. These relationship builders can give you a head start in your job search. You can also use or utilize those LinkedIn groups to learn from like-minded professionals. And while you're doing so, keep in mind that you can direct to message group members. That's another pro tip to expand your network. Okay, the network, right? I've been talking a lot about the network. Everyone has a network, though you may not realize it. Networking occurs every time you meet new friends or acquaintances, volunteer in your community, or through any other social activities, such as participating in one of your student organizations or fraternities and sororities. Networking is a key factor in career advancement. In fact, over 50% of workers currently employed found their job through a personal connection. Now, your network consists of strong connections, the people you know well and interact with often, as well as weak connections, acquaintances, or people you may not know personally, but have a shared background, interest, or mutual connection in common with. On LinkedIn, your first degree connections are people already in your network. Second degree connections are people you share a connection with, while third degree connections are connected to your second degree connections. Man, that was a tongue twister. Research shows that your weak connections, or those that are originally in your second and third degree networks, are often more valuable for your job search than strong existing connections because their networks are more diverse than your own. For example, my classmate and fellow alum from ECSU worked at Microsoft prior to me starting in tech. I hadn't seen him since we graduated, but he was open to helping me connect with others in his network during my interviewing process. That's just one example of how you can utilize your network. Now on LinkedIn, you can customize your connection request to explain why you are interested in adding a second or third degree connection to your network, whether it is to learn about their career journey, through an informational interview, or to request a referral for a job you are interested in. Most LinkedIn members often respond to a request for a referral, and more than, I think it's about 60% of the workforce has referred someone to work at their company. While it can feel uncomfortable or nerve-wracking to connect with someone new for this purpose, it really is a professional norm that you might just want to utilize because it might lead to your next career opportunity. Now, how do you discover existing connections? You can do so by clicking on My Network in the top navigation to find people you already know. This feature also improves over time as you build your network. You can also use the search bar to search for new connections. You can type in names, companies, locations, keywords, etc. It's really easy. Last, I would like to share that you should connect with people you have something in common with, people who have a job or work at a company that interests you, and people who might or may be able to connect you to someone that can help you achieve your goals. Don't forget to personalize your invitation immediately after you click on connect, especially to people that you are not as familiar or acquainted with. This will make it clear to the other person why you are reaching out to them. I hope you enjoyed this session, and I look forward to receiving a connection request from you. Have a great day.